This lesson talks about all the costs that are associated with the purchase of a house, a home. So the first thing, one of the things that we need to know how to calculate is what we call the land transfer tax. So when you purchase a home, you're required to pay this tax to the Manitoba Lands Title Office when you are going to register your home. The land transfer tax is a percentage of the purchase price. So let's see how we can calculate those percentages. Steve is purchasing a property valued at $230,000. As shown in the chart, he has found that for the first $150,000, the land transfer tax will be $900. The land transfer tax is calculated in different tiers, right? So the first $30,000, then you pay no tax. For the next 60,000, so from 30 to 90, you're paying 300. From 90 to 150, you're paying 600. So let's see, the next tier that we have is from 150 to 200. Remember, the value of his house is 230. So for the $50,000, so from 150 to 2,000, right? He has $50,000, so the $50,000, and the rate that we have here is 1.5%. So 1.5%, we need to convert that into a decimal by dividing by 100, so that's going to be 0.15. Oh, sorry, it's 1.5%, not 17%. Let me just redo this one. So 1.5% over 100. So this one will be 0.015. So this one we need to times it with 0.015. Okay, and this is going to give you 750. So this is what he's going to pay for the amount of money from 150 to 200,000. And then let's see on the amount that exceeds 200,000, right? So the amount that exceeds, if we look at the price, is 230. For the $30,000 more than the 200 that he has, he needs to pay tax of 2%. So 2% again, it's going to be 2 over 100. That's going to be 0.02. So 2%, I'm going to multiply that by 2%. This is going to give you 600. So that's the 600 that he needs to pay. Now, if we want to calculate the total tax that we have here, the question is not asking for that, but if we wanted to do that, so that will be the total. I need to add everything, okay? The 30, the 90 that I had before, 750, and the 600. So the total of all of this will be $250, okay? And that's the total tax that he needs to pay. The only thing is that it's calculated in different tiers, right? Based on the brackets that we have here. So let's see one more example with the land transfer tax. So here the price of the land that Chris is purchasing is $87,500. So let's see in which bracket would that be. Well, the first 30,000 is going to be 0. So the first from 0 to 30,000 that we have here, the tax is 0. Okay, so $0 here. For the rest though, so what would be the difference on the next 60,000 up to 900? That will be 87,500. Take away the 30,000, the 57,500. Okay, so the next one for the $50,000 $7,500, he's going to pay tax that it's going to be 0.5%. So that's 0.5%. I need to divide it by 100 to get it into decimal form, so 0.05 here, and then multiply the two. So the $57,500 times the 0.005, this gives you 287.50. Okay, and that's the only thing that he needs to pay, because for the first 30,000 he pays nothing. For the rest, whatever he needs to get to his total, so that's the 57,500, he needs to pay the 0.5%. So the total tax that he's going to pay is this one here in the end. One other cost that is associated with purchasing a home is the property tax that you have to pay. And if you take possession of the house throughout the year, you need to pay the portion of the tax that you are going to use the house for. Okay, so let's see, if you purchase a home and you take possession on August 1st, you will have to pay for the months remaining until January 1st, right? Remember, the tax period for the property tax goes from January to December. So if you purchase it on August 1st, that means for August, September, October, November, and December, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you will be responsible for the tax, okay? For the months up to July, the previous owner will be responsible for the tax. So, but let's say that the previous owner prepaid the whole tax, right? So prepaid for the full year. So you need to give the money back to him. So in this case, if it is 1,600, what portion of the money you should give them? Well, you should give them 5 out of the 12 months, right? So 5/12 of the month, that will be the portion of the tax year that remains. So multiply that by 5 over 12, and you're getting 666.67. Okay, so this is what you need to pay back for the property tax. So let's say next year, you will be responsible for the whole amount, right? So you have to pay the whole thing. But for this year, because you kind of live there only for 5 months, you're responsible for the 5 months.